very good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Ifoma Washington. The federal government says it will not allow bandits and other criminal gangs operating in parts of the country to grow into yet another big challenge as it faces down the Boko Haram threats, reassuring Nigerians that no effort will be spared in ensuring that all those in captivity are freed unharmed. President Muhammadu Buhari gave this assurance while receiving residents of the Federal Capital Territory on Salah homage as part of activities marking the Eid al-Fitr celebration. State House correspondent Nta Abuja reports.
Taking place for the first time since 2019 following the outbreak of COVID-19, the Salah homage by the FCT community from all walks of life provides an opportunity to interact with the Nigerian leader on a wide range of issues affecting their lives.
All the people you see here, Your Excellency, are the people that make the FCT tick. And these are the backbone of the support that we have enjoyed as an administration.
There is no leader that will not be confronted with his own or her own problems. And I pray that the Almighty God will continually help you and help our government to tackle every one of the various challenges as we confront them.
And as the celebration continues in the spirit of the season, President Buhari said the federal government is not unmindful of the fact that some families are in a state of anxiety on account of the many captives held by terrorists against their will, including those taken away after the tragic bombing of the Abuja-Kaduna-bound train.
Let me assure Nigerians that the bandits are just pushing their luck, but this is only for a while before they are finally crushed. I have directed security agencies to ensure quick and safe recovery of all victims of kidnapping. My aim is to see all those in captivity safely rescued.
The President directed the management of the Nigeria Railway Corporation to immediately set up a situation room for the coordination of the rescue mission and for a minute-by-minute engagement with the families of the captives.
Bandits and terrorists are like professional soldiers, don't respect the rules of engagement. They don't care about killing their hostages if they come under attack. It is a delicate situation that requires wisdom, caution, and also patience. Any rescue operation that results in the death of any hostage cannot be deemed a success. The government doesn't want this kind of tragic outcome. Help us with information to expose these criminals, and we will crush them.
Using the opportunity to announce end of October this year as completion date for the iconic Second Niger Bridge project, President Buhari also promised sustained infrastructural revolution in the FCT, describing it as essential to enable Abuja answer its name as federal capital. Some of the participants spoken to, including Senate President Ahmed Lawan, called on Nigerians to shun partisanship and work towards making the country a better place for all.
So as a nation, we are moving in the right direction, and President Muhammadu Buhari is giving us the leadership that we need. And all that we need to do is to continue to support our leaders. It's in the best interest of everyone. Let no politics, let no partisanship, let no sentiments derail any of our programs and projects.
The 2022 Eid al-Fitr celebrations continue. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
On the Salah celebration, but this time around in Nasarawa West Senatorial District, the Eid al-Fitr message centered on the need for Muslims to build on the lessons of Ramadan, adhere to the tenets of Islam, and promote peaceful coexistence. Suleiman Musa reports.
Ustaz Awal Abubakar, the chief imam of Kefi, led the congregational prayers enjoining Muslims to build on the lessons of Ramadan, such as spiritual and moral discipline, respect for mankind, generosity, as well as sense of equality before Allah. In Nasrallah local government, the message by the Chief Imam Ustaz Aliyu Abdullahi was that of adherence to the tenets of Islam by Muslims and being magnanimous in their dealings.
We urge our people to continue to live with the spirit of Ramadan. It's not just because the Ramadan is over so people can go back to whatever things they are doing, which they know are not quite in tandem with the teachings of Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. Our people must live peacefully, regardless of whatever creed, whatever tribe, whatever religion, whatever language.
Emir of Kefi, Sheikh Chinduya Musa III, and his Nasra counterpart Ibrahim Usman Jibril's goodwill messages were advised to their subjects to embrace entrepreneurship, vocational training, agriculture, as well as being law-abiding citizens for economic prosperity and peaceful coexistence. The festivities were conducted peacefully. From Kefi, Suleiman Musa, Nta News.
Like a race with no one to be left behind, Muslims in Dobi and Ledi communities of Gwagwalada Area Council trooped to the Eid ground for the 2-rakat prayer. Tessie Omiri brings us details.
It was a memorable celebration for Muslims in Dobi and Ledi communities in the outskirts of the nation's capital as they started the day with a rush not to miss the 2-rakat prayer. Both young and old, leaders and the led. It's a special day as they celebrate the end of this year's Ramadan fast.
It is very clear that we need to pray for this country. What we are passing through, government has been doing a lot, and government alone cannot do it. And Islam clearly and every religion teaches that prayer, no prayer is small.
Many of us started and many did not complete it. So we thank our Almighty Allah for sparing our lives, for seeing this great day.
A festive season like this is a moment of reunion as friends and family members bond in celebration.
When you give zakat, you have reward. If you give out zakat, you see you too by yourself, you feel very happy.
Glory from Almighty Allah, who has shown us this very day. Alhamdulillah, mashallah.
It's good to give because that's what Allah said, to get the reward.
Quiet communities suddenly came alive with varieties of activities to celebrate Eid al-Fitr as praise singers in palaces and village squares took center stage. For the children, it's fun time to play with various games on display. An age-long tradition of sharing food resonates, with Muslims extending the joy of the season to all. While the celebration lasted, for the people of Dobi and Ledi of Gwagwalada Area Council, it's a peaceful Eid al-Fitr celebration with optimism for longer years to witness more. Tessie Omeri, Nta News.
In the meantime, the Eid al-Fitr is as important as any other Islamic religious festival. Aisha Ubali, in the spirit of the season, was at the residence of Adekola Bada to witness how families celebrate.
The family of Adekola Bada played host to NTA crew at the special occasion of the Eid al-Fitr celebration. It is a tradition, according to Aisha Adekola, for them to host family and friends. It is also a fulfilling time for them to express love without bounds.
My neighbors, they are my sisters. I so much love them because during December, that's what they do to us too. So I appreciate them.
Adekola Bada believes Muslims should continue to live and abide by the lessons of Ramadan.
Whatever we did during the fasting, our good deeds, and all of us know it, but we have to continue with it after the Ramadan.
And their family friends were not left out in appreciating the family for the show of love.
It's one God that all of us serve. I see her as my sister. She's my sister. We have lived in this compound for more than 25 years. You can see, and we are opposite neighbor. In short, we are very tight. We are always looking forward for Salah because early in the morning, our door always knocks with their food. So immediately we finish praying today, we just had a knock and we collect our Salah food.
Because as Muslims, today is a day of giving. You have to give both your Muslim families, your friends, and even the Christian families and neighbors too. So it has been something from my childhood. I learned from my grandma. May her soul rest in peace.
At the end, the appeal is for Nigerians to continue to preach and show love, peace, unity, and tolerance. In Abuja, Aisha Uba Ali, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We'll take a break now. When we return, more on the Salah celebration.
Over the years, we have kept faith with our viewers by providing compelling content through creative programming. Located in the heart of Abuja, with advanced technology, and diligent staff, we strive to bring the very best in entertainment and news. Only on the Unity Station, Nta Abuja.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now, youths have been social vice. Made the call. It's the Aguma of Gwagwalada who also called for a peaceful celebration.
The Aguma of Gwagwalada and other traditional rulers, while celebrating the Eid al-Fitr, advised Nigerians on the just concluded Ramadan fast, dwelling more on the need for youth to shun social vices that are capable of destroying their future.
Suka dauko yanzu in aka sauko Eid haka a bude mashin ta gudu a kai mashin cire salansan mashin har and end of the abun wanda zai fadi ya karye ko ya mutu ma. To muna ja kudin matasan mu cewa ba alheri bane bayan sauko Idi ka zo kana yi wannan ba musulunci ba gabaki da ka fita musulunci ba musulunci bane.
Taking of alcohol are the main source of causing this crisis here and there, kidnapping, these India hams and the rest of things are the one disturbing the mentalities of the youth of today.
Stakeholders in their messages said beyond the celebration is a reminder for Muslims to sustain lessons of sacrifice, obedience and charity beyond the holy month of Ramadan.
At the end of the fasting, 30 days fasting, where zakat will be shared. Zakat means your wealth has been shared to people that are less privileged. So the importance of it cannot be overemphasized. It encompasses.
May Allah continue to bless all of us and show us more years ahead.
Allah is great is the call to worship. Messages from imams in the communities.
What we learn of the Ramadan throughout the Ramadan fast, we continue to unity and peace in our country. That's what I'm saying.
They enjoin Muslims to continue to pray for the peace and progress of the nation. Rosemary Bilal, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Post Old People's Home has reiterated its commitment to the welfare and care of the elderly. Founder of the home, Hawa Umar Jibril, reaffirmed this during a Salah get-together to mark the end of Ramadan fast. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
On the occasion of the Eid al-Fitr celebration, the Post Old People's Home says love, sacrifice and care for others that bridge the bond of unity and peaceful coexistence should be cultivated beyond the Ramadan, especially for the senior citizens.
We have prayed to God to bring peace to this country and to keep us safe always. We have brought everybody elderly, the middle-aged to celebrate and to make sure that we keep the hope alive. Just to tell people that the elderly people still need care, and we also need them around because they are the ones that are custodian of our history. The elderly people, their prayers go a long way to keep us safe, and we pray that at the end of the day we shall continue to take care of them, to do the things that will keep them safe.
This Feast of Salah was the organization's way of reminding all of that neglected responsibility of taking care of the elderly in the society.
A lot of times you see them in many places, they are so unattended to. Thank God that we have a lot of input from the presidential order on how facilities are to be done, particularly in the city of Abuja. Everything that has to do with the care for the elderly is being looked into and implemented correctly. And I think this is part of what we were trying to, espouse in this kind of setting, so that at least people will know and citizens will appreciate the position of the elderly, and that should be given some top priority.
We will all get old one day. We owe them a lot. I urge other citizens to join in encouraging this initiative. It is a laudable objective.
The organization is advocating more attention and support towards the cause of the senior citizens who require more medical attention, urging individuals and organizations to complement government efforts towards improving the lots of those who have paid their dues in the developments of the country. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And away from the Salah celebration, the Nigerian media, like their counterparts elsewhere, joined the global community to observe the World Press Freedom Day, aimed at enhancing freedom of expression and professional ethics. Chidema Antin Agomo brings us details of this year's celebration.
Freedom of press is the right to gather, transmit, and publish news anywhere without a hindrance. The media as an integral part of the society and fondly referred to as the fourth estate of the realm have been very active in keeping watch both on the government and the governed, as well as a surveillance on the international terrain. There have been an effective umbilical cord that binds the general public together with the rulership.
There should be free speech, but people should be conscious of what they say, and make sure whatever you say is in the best interest of the public. You don't infringe on other people's rights, and you have to be sensitive to the rights and the feelings of various groups of people.
It's very important that we have a press that is free to be able to publish the relevant news that we require.
Believing that the media needs to be encouraged and assisted, as the society cannot do without the media, and neither can the media do without the society. And the only way the media could adequately perform their statutory roles is commitment to freedom of press by all. Celebrating World Press Freedom Day, observers say is apt and a step in the right direction.
There is freedom of press in Nigeria to some extent. I don't think the government is stopping or depriving any media, whether electronic or print.
They have remained focused in educating the public, sensitizing, informing the public, representative of the public, and the society at large. But it is necessary to note that the mass media, some media houses, in an attempt to perform their social responsibility, have been accused of unbiased reportage, sensationalism, and personal prejudice, which is not in line with the freedom of press.
Chidema Antin Agogo, NTA News.
News as a commodity is our trade. When it breaks in the FCT and environs, our team of professional reporters will definitely be there. NTA Channel 5 Abuja News, using news to connect the grassroots people with the newsmakers and uniting the nation. We serve you the depths of news in politics, economy, education, health, security, infrastructure, even in times of emergencies. Always join our news build at 1 and 7 p.m. daily to be informed of the latest and current happenings. Our on-air personalities are the professionals you desire on the screen. NTA Channel 5 Abuja News, telling you the real news, verifiable and factual, with no room for fake news.
Let's talk sports now. Federation of International Football Association FIFA sanctions Nigeria over fans' invasion of the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, at the Qatar 2022 World Cup qualifier with Ghana, as Liverpool tonight face Villarreal of Spain in the second leg semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Mariam George Itubo has these and more on Sports Brief.
The Federation of International Football Association, FIFA, has sanctioned Nigerian Football Federation over the stampede that occurred at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja after the country failed to qualify for the Qatar 2022 World Cup. According to the latest FIFA disciplinary report published on its website on Monday morning, Nigeria was found guilty of not implementing existing safety rules and failure to ensure that law and order are maintained in the stadium, invasion of the field of play, and throwing of objects. The World Football Governing Body also handed Nigeria a fine of over 60 million naira and one match behind closed doors. Still on football, tonight, Liverpool will be taking a 2-0 lead advantage to the Yellow Submarine, Villarreal of Spain, in the second leg semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. Villarreal will need to score 3 unreplied goals to be able to qualify for the finals. Meanwhile, defender Raphael Varane scored his first Premier League goal as Manchester United returned to winning ways with a comfortable 3-0 victory over Brentford on a night of potential farewells at the Old Trafford. United remain in 6th place with 58 points from 36 games, 5 behind 4th place Arsenal, but having played 2 more matches. Brentford have 40 points from 35 games and may need 1 more win to ensure they are not dragged into a relegation fight. To tennis, Grand Slam legend Rafael Nadal has played down his title's expectations ahead of the Madrid Masters Week this week as he returns to competitive action for the first time in 6 weeks. Before his 6-week injury layoff, the Spanish veteran was a blistering run of form which included title wins in Acapulco and Melbourne, as well as capturing a record-breaking 21st Grand Slam title. With Sports Brief, Mariam George Jitbo, NTA News.
And that concludes the news at 1. There'll be more news at 7 this evening. Do join us then. Remember to stay safe and be vigilant. Good afternoon.